Good morning. My name is Marlon Fernandez, and today I'm breaking down my strategic growth plan for Crunch Fitness for my MGT450 course. So, the goal here is simple. Look at where Crunch Fitness is right now, identify what's helping them, what's hurting them, and then lay out some real strategies to help them grow long term. To do that, I use a few key tools: SWOT analysis, past analysis, and I looked at a financial and industrial trend. So basically, this helps me understand both what's going on inside the company and what's happening outside that affects them. So for company overview, Crunch Fitness is a gym franchise that focuses on being affordable and inclusive. Their whole thing is no judgment philosophy, which makes them appealing to pretty much everyone, not just the hardcore gym goers and people who just go to the gym for bodybuilding. The business model. So they run off a franchise model, which lets them grow fast without taking on all the risk themselves. They also offer different pricing for different levels, so they can just hit multiple types of customer. So now let's talk about competition. Now they're in competition space. They're going up against places like Planet Fitness, Elite Fitness, but also digital platforms like Peloton and pretty much all those at-home workout apps. So from a political and economic standpoint. So for a economic standpoint, gym memberships are optional spending. So when money gets tough and times get tough, people start to cut things like this. At the same time, operational costs can keep going up, which can put pressure on the business when it comes to finances. So for the social factor, socially, this actually helps Crunch. More people care about fitness and health nowadays, but at the same time, people want convenience. So don't always just want to go to the gym. They want to just make it easy, but still want to do a workout. So this is kind of a big one. So technology. Let's talk about technology. Technology is probably the biggest factor right now. Apps, virtual workout, AIs, all that can people can just work out anywhere, anytime. So Crunch has to keep up with that, or they'll just fall behind. So you gotta make sure that they stay ahead of the curve when it comes to just technology and overall. So for their strength, one of their biggest strength is their brand. It's strong, it's welcoming, and one of the most important thing is also affordable. So pretty much, which all of that makes it easy to bring people in. So it brings more customer in and they allow them to grow their market. But like everything, they're just not perfect. They have a couple flaws that if you pretty much enhance those flaws, they can get better. So their digital side isn't as strong as their competitors. So when it comes to like Peloton, at home workout, all those apps that can help you work out, Crunch I think falls behind when it comes to their apps and their online. Um, and since they use franchise, uh, that makes them like not every location looks the same. So not every location is consistent with the entire market. So they do fall behind when it comes to their digital footprint and their pretty much when it comes to that. So not to worry though, some opportunities. There's a lot of room for growth, um, especially in the digital fitness world, and they just need to expand into the area to reach out for more people. At the same time, uh, competition is getting stronger when it comes with pretty much Strava, AI, multiple things that you don't actually need to go to the gym to get fitness, everything like that. So what Crunch to do is just kind of make that next step. More people are working out at home, like the Peloton. If they just own a Peloton, they can have a full workout there, and then pretty much bodyweight workouts and everything like that. So they do. pretty much that's one of their biggest threat when it comes to the market and company. So overall, Crunch is pretty solid position. They're affordable, they have great equipment, they have accessible facility, their locations are good and everything like that. They're solid and they have really strong branding, and they have a lot of potential for growth when it comes to the digital market and everything like that. One thing that's just hurting them is pretty much because they're a franchise, not every franchise is the same, so they need to find better standardization. But overall, Crunch is a solid position. They got a strong brand and they got a lot of growth potential. But the biggest issue is keeping up with the digital competition, um, and just pretty much staying stable when the economy shifted. Because I feel like it always happens. Like when COVID happened, everybody stopped going to the gym. A lot of gyms actually suffer financially. So if something like that ever happens again, um, they're gonna take a minor setback. So I think the biggest thing is to just pretty much just plan ahead of time and then anticipate something like that. And I think that just goes to digital competition, being able to be more marketable, like doing personal training on live, like over your phone, everything like that at home. Just kind of tap into that potential when it comes to their personal trainers, and then just more interactive virtually, if you know what I'm trying to say. On the flip side, they got a big opportunity with technology and expanding into a market that aren't fully tapped yet. So here's what I recommend. This is really the most important part of the whole analysis. First, Crunch Fitness need to expand into digital fitness. Right now, that's where the industry is going. People don't just want to go to the gym anymore. They want options. They want to be able to work out at home on their phone or whenever they are. So Crunch needs to invest in things like virtual classes, a stronger app, like a mobile app, and on-demand workouts. The way that they're not just competing with other gyms, they're competing in the digital space as well. Second, they need to strengthen their market, especially online. A lot of their brands is already strong, but they need to push harder on social media and digital platform. That means targeting young audience, using influencers, and really show what makes them different. There is no judgment. That branding is powerful. They just need to keep pushing in the right place. Third, they need to continue expanding into a new market. There are still a lot of areas, especially growing cities, where affordable gyms are in high demand. Their franchise model makes it easier because they don't have to take on all the risks themselves. If they focus on the right location, they can grow faster without overextending anything. Overall, these three strategies, digital expansion, strong marketing, and smart growth, work together. It's not just about doing one thing, it's about building a system that keeps competitive, that becomes competitive for long term. So, to wrap everything up, Crunch Fitness is in a strong position right now. They are a solid brand, a good business model, and they're already growing. But the environment around them is changing fast, especially with technology and how people approach fitness. The biggest thing, they can't just stay comfortable. What works before isn't going to be enough to going forward. Customer expect more flexibility, more convenience, and more value. If Crunch doesn't keep up with that, they're going to start losing ground to competitors who are already moving forward into that direction. At the same time, they have a big advantage. They really do. Their brand is relatable. They're very affordable as a gym, and they appeal to a wide variety of audience. If this com- if this combine if this combines that with digital involvement, smarter expansion, they can stay ahead of all the competition when it comes to all the gyms and digital platforms and apps. Um, so really, when it comes down to adapting, they focus on evolving with the market instead of reacting later. So pretty much plan to stay ahead. Just because they're doing good right now, it might be different. Like a new pandemic might happen, something might change that it can affect their pretty much people going into the gym. Um, so so pretty much they gotta make sure they stay ahead so they won't just survive. They'll continue in growth in the leading in the fitness industry. Crunch has a lot of potential to be one of the biggest gym platform out there when it comes to being affordable, accessible, and appealing to the audience. Um, that's pretty much the biggest takeaway from this analysis, I would say. So before I close this out, just want to quick touch on the sources I use for this analysis because they actually play a big role in shaping my recommendation. First, I looked at Crunch Fitness' own website and company information to understand their brand, their business model, and how they position themselves in the market. That that helped me get a baseline of what they're already doing well. I also use information for World Economic Forum, especially the Future of the Job report, to understand what trends are going on, especially with technology and how people interact with service now. That ties directly into my recommendation about digital fitness and adapting to changing consumers' expectations. On top of that, I reference industry data from sources like Statista to get a better idea of the fitness market as a whole. Things like growing trend, competition, and how customers behave and shifting and this shifting. That helped me support the idea that demand's in there, but the way people want fitness is changing. And then finally, use course material from our textbooks to apply actual strategy frameworks like SWOT and PEST analysis. That's what helped me connect everything together and make sure that the recommendation wasn't just my opinion, but actually based on structured analysis. So overall, everything that I presented wasn't just random, and it's all backed by data, research, and the tools we've been using through this course. But all right, that's all I have. I appreciate your time and thank you very much. A plus to me.